Hi there Minerva makers, it is Jo here today and I've got a tool video for you. I've been adding to our Learn to Sew playlist by picking a tool from the website and showing you how to use it. Today is the turn of an awl. It's a little piercing tool but it has lots of other uses. I'm taking a look mostly at the hemline tailor's awl today. It's a really small scale awl, just about the length of my fingers. I have got a bigger one which I use for bigger jobs. This one's got a softer tip and a much wider shaft. This one is the one we'll be taking a look at today, but you can get different ones if you look on our website. This one has quite a sharp point and it's not too big, so it's really easy to handle, and it's got that nice soft grip bit there, which means you've got some good control if you're piercing or if you're just using it for manoeuvring fabric around. It's a good piercing tool, so on my Dawn jeans here, I'm using it to make a hole to apply a rivet. If I just put the tip in, I get a small hole and I can push it through further to make a bigger hole. It means that I can go through the two layers of the pocket, or I could put it all the way through to the other side of the trousers, but I like the rivet to just be inside the pocket for comfort. Then I can tap the rivet down, and everything was really easy to do with tools that are easy at hand. It's great for getting into tricky places where you might not ordinarily be able to get a hole punch. It's also useful for jeans buttons. They require a hole because they come in two parts. There is the back and the piece that you see on the front. I've marked the hole, and then I can use the awl as a piercing tool, but this time I want to make a slightly bigger hole. So very gently, being careful with my fingers on the back, I can pierce right through with the full width of the barrel. Now the back of the button can go through the hole like this, and then the top goes on here, and I'll need to use a hammer to complete this procedure. It means you can get through really thick layers of fabric like this winter cord, and it's really easy to do. I've used it all for the rivets and to make the buttonhole. You can also use it for going through lots of layers of fabric. So this isn't just through the pocket, this is through the pocket seam allowances, the top folded over, and through the jeans, and it makes a really good job of making holes in thicker fabrics. You can use an awl just to make a little mark in fabric. So I'm going to start my buttonhole here where I've made that tiny little hole, and I'm going to go back to here, and I've used my awl to just feel through to where I'll get the easiest buttonhole in this thicker fabric. If my buttonhole starts down here on this thicker fabric and I can feel it's thick, then I might get a slightly dodgy buttonhole. So I'm just using the awl to see, yep, the fabric goes easily through there, and I'd like my buttonhole to start here, and that's the distance I need for my button. You can also use the awl to catch your threads. It's particularly good if you've got a speciality foot and you haven't just got a normal foot at the front where you pull your threads through. You can get those to go to the back. In that same range, you can get a buttonhole cutter to complete your buttonhole and metal hardware set. Then you can split your buttonhole or use the awl for adding other notions. You can use your awl to help you sew curves. And when I get to here where I've got the easing thread pulling up the sleeve, I can just make sure that everything is lying flat. By smoothing the fabric towards the foot, I've got this sleeve head in with the correct amount of ease, but with no puckers and a really smooth sleeve head line. Using an awl is really good for controlling gathers, so I can make sure that they aren't pressing down into pleat shapes. They are just continuing the gentle gathering that I've got in this underbust area of my Amelia dress. When I use the awl, I can get really close to the pins and sew right up close to them, but I can use the awl to remove the pins without getting my fingers in the way. An awl is useful for holding down layers of fabric, especially if you've got a really small seam allowance or you're making something really small like doll's clothes or something like that, because I can make sure that all those layers at the end stay in line with each other by holding them down, removing my pin, and then sewing gently to the end. The awl is still holding down the fabric. I took a second pass along that top seam line there just to make sure that the zip tops were all in line. You can use an awl for marking your darts. So this is the skirt piece of my Amelia dress, and I'm using the scissors to just clip the dart legs, but I'm going to use the awl to mark where the dart points are. It means I don't have to flip the paper because now I have marked through onto both sides of the fabric. You won't be able to see them here, but I can see where my little dots are. They're here, here, and the bottom of the dart is here. Now I can join all of those up, mark my lines if I want to. I can pin it in place and tack. You want to make sure that wherever you made your little mark is within the dart. The awl was really useful because both pieces of fabric were marked. You can use your awl to do a little bit of light unpicking or just releasing fabric. So this is my gathering stitch in the underbust, and I'm using a triple crepe. So sometimes an unpicker end or a seam ripper end is very, very sharp. So that's just a little bit softer on the end for pulling out little loose threads. This fabric is a triple crepe called Abundant Display, ideal for an Amelia dress. I use quilter's seam tape a lot, but I get so frustrated that I can't find the end and get the little bit of tape off. So I just use the awl to hold down the tape while I peel back the backing. I love using quilter's seam tape for applying zips so that I can get everything lined up before I take it to the machine. Because an awl is made of metal on the end, it can make a really great ironing tool. So I've just removed the papers here from a couple of hexagons, and I'm going to applique this onto a quilt. So I can just use the awl to hold down those corners, and I can be really precise with my ironing. Anything that's a little bit fiddly will be aided with the use of an awl. An awl is really useful for turning out corners, so you can get really sharp professional corners. Just be careful, you don't want to push right through. It does have a sharp tip, so you might want to check it first on a test piece or see if you're going to damage your fabric. This one is quite sharp, but it's made a very sharp corner. I don't have an example of a toy in the making at the moment, but if you're using stuffing for toys, then you can use an awl. Again, this one's quite sharp. This one's got a softer tip on the end, but if you look on our website, you can get ones with an even softer tip. It's ideal for pushing stuffing into small areas, or like little ears or a nose, for example. And you can get awls with all different types of tips. So you can get straight ones, you can get curved edged ones, rounded edged ones, thicker ones, thinner ones. You'll find once you start using them, you might want another one. Some awls are used with threads inside like a really big needle, but that's specifically for leather work. I hope that's helped you and given you a little bit of background. I do find it a really useful tool. I have it in the little pot where I can get at it really quickly right by the sewing machine. It's really useful for that machine handling work. We would love to see you here again, so do click and subscribe for our YouTube channel so that you can see all of our video content. We have daily videos, so they'll come through to your feed. If you'd like to share what you've been making, then you can make a free account over on the Minerva website and you can share your makes there, add a photograph, give a description and tell everybody what you have been up to. Today I'm wearing an Inari t-shirt dress, so you can cut this as a t-shirt or as a dress. It's got a turned up cuff. I've got a raw edge neck on there and I like to tie mine with a string because this is quite a wide fitting t-shirt dress. It's got a lovely split hem. We'd love to see what you've been making, so don't forget to head over to Minerva and we'll see you again soon.